Hello Taurus, and welcome to your June reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month. The first card that came out is the Four of Pentacles, and it came out with these three that kind of came out together. And I have the High Priestess, the Nine of Cups, and the Chariot. So, first of all, the Four of Pentacles. This is our safety zone. This is when things seem to have attained a certain security, safety, and we are holding to this point. We say holding on, but it is more like ensuring that things don't change. And it's kind of contradictory to the flow and the movement of life, represented by the Chariot. The Nine of Cups, it is when we are emotionally so content of knowing who we are and having processed our fears, our sorrows, and things like that. And with the High Priestess that understands knows why our soul came here, you put these three together, there's a road to my emotional fulfillment that my soul came here to do, that I know inside, but I am stopping the movement. And everything in life has to move. So it is good a little bit, when we attain this, to solidify ourselves, or, putting money aside, not spreading ourselves thin, and all of these things. But it has to be in the same optic of understanding that everything has to be a flow. Things have to be reinvested and growing, therefore they will change. After that, I have the Emperor. So the Emperor is the way we are out there, how we manage our empire. So the Four of Pentacles and the Emperor by themselves would be a bit of sternness, and not wanting things to change, to evolve, or retrograde. Any of that, we're remaining things as they are. After that, I have another four, the Four of Cups. And the thing is that emotionally, even if, let's say physically, financially, we can be satisfied in the Four of Pentacles, that principle that things have to always grow and flow. A tree doesn't stop growing because it attained a pleasant shape and a sustainable shape. It will continue to grow and grow. Emotionally, that leaves us, when things don't evolve all the time, that leaves us in a state of been there, done that, nothing really gets to me. And without even seeing that things can go better, more fulfilling. There's something out there that the universe wants to make us attain that would fulfill us even more. But in order to get there, that means we need to change something. So see the paradox here that you are in, Taurus. Under this principle, we have the King of Swords, and under that, the Page of Swords. So it's almost like if that concept, that understanding, you are getting what I'm talking about. You get it maybe on an intellectual level, but you need to bring it into your life. Under the Emperor, I have the Six of Wands and I have the Ten of Pentacles. So yes, you've attained a certain feeling of security because you've reached your Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, we get it often in our lives. So you've reached the maximum of the structure that you can create in your life. A solid, long-term, abundant structure. That's why we see the grandfather, the parents, the children, the dog, the picket fence, the whole thing. When we're 15, the Ten of Pentacles has a shape. When we're 30, it has another one. It could be like a great job, a wonderful apartment, a partner. When we're 50, it means something else. When we're 70, it means something else. It always evolves. Here with the Six of Wands, that is a balanced ego. It is having some kind of fearlessness because we've understood the lessons of our lives and it is recognized out there. We are not underestimating ourselves or overestimating ourselves. We know what we've went through and we are moving forward. So there's that understanding of this. Hitting 10, our the maximum of that cycle. So that means there's a new cycle that needs to come up. Under that, we have the Fool and we have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. We've hit the way that we used to manage and do things and walk in front like that. We've hit our ceiling, the end of our cycle. And in the structure per se, Pentacle, same thing. So that means that it is place for a Ace of Wands, a passion, something to move forward with, something that would give us fire under our foot there. And Pentacle, a new project where we would invest ourselves. Not leaving things as a status quo. Because doing this would actually bring us more emotional fulfillment at the end. And here we have Temperance. So, Four of Cups, Temperance. Through experimenting that new thing that is going to come, we are going to mature our waters and grow. And at the end here, I have the Queen of Wands, the Lovers, and the Seven of Pentacles. So, Lovers is a choice, an inspired choice. Queen of Wands, the law of attraction, what you desire, what you want, to actually master it into attracting it towards you. And the Seven of Pentacles, this is putting the effort and the time, even if we don't see the results right now, but we are willing to put the events, the efforts and the time. So when I look at it like that, it's almost asking you to, even if you are comfortable right now, you cannot stop the movement of growth, and you have to allow this new thing to come into your life. And through the experience and investing in it of your time and all of that, it will bring you a level of emotional satisfaction that you haven't experienced yet. Let's clarify this for Taurus. But you get the news of it here at the beginning of the month. So maybe it's last month you got it or whatever. But you get the understanding of it, that truth arriving, either through something, communication, whatever. But you understand that. It's almost like I get it. I get the clarity of it. This would bring me happiness. Nine of Cups. It would bring me forward. It did rejoice my soul. But that means I need to maybe make a risk, you know? Okay. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. I call call upon my guides. Help me clarify this reading for Taurus for the month of June. Taurus for the month of June. One more time. Taurus for the month of June. Okay. Now show me, okay, Four of Magician. And Magician and, oh, the Empress. So we're talking inspiration, creativity, abundance, that connection that we have, you know, and that maybe we've been brewing for a while. The Magician is to take that and bring it into real life, to manifest it. And so that means we need all of our elements here. We need the sword, that idea, that concept here. We have it. You have the swords there. You know exactly how to do it. Okay? It's not like a new thing. It's mastered. The King of Swords. You need the cup. You need to water that. You need to do it from a satisfied, happy place. You need the wand. You need to have the willpower to do it. And you need the pentacle. That means you need to invest. And invest, it doesn't have to mean, you know, money per se. It can be time and energy, work, just putting your senses in it, you know, investing in it. Show me the Emperor. I think you got an idea. And now you need to manifest it. Okay, Emperor. I have the Eight of Cups. Chariot again, and the Sun. So, Eight of Cups, it's that moment that we are, okay, I've went through a lot, and I see that these cups, all these cups, my emotional baggage until now, how I am emotionally fed through my work, through where I am, through what I do, how I am quenched, is not enough. It's that moment that we're like, there could be a way that I would be even more fulfilled emotionally. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but I'm grabbing my wand, my willpower, and I am going in the night. I'm taking that decision within me. Here, under the moon, that means inside. It's an inner decision because of that understanding of the movement of life, evolution, growth. My soul wants to grow this way. Yes, but you're all comfortable there and the bills are paid and all of that. Yes, but I feel the calling. You see? Four of Cups, Spirit, for Taurus. Woohoo! Okay, so I'll take this one. Ace of Sword. You get it. And this one, Six of Sword. So, and we have a lot of cards here, so Queen of Wands again, Queen of Wands. So this is more like, okay, I get it. I will grab the opportunity. The Four of Cups, sometimes we're missing opportunities because we can't believe that there is something more out there. So we don't see the opportunities passing. So that's why this card often is called missed opportunity. But here with the Ace of Swords, that tells me that you understand it. You understand that you can see that there's a possibility to get a cup in there. And the Six of Swords tells me that if ever you were blocked before, like in an Eight of Sword, analyzing this a bit too much or whatever. Here, you're willing to, you know, or you were stressed about this, you know, new venture or whatever. Here with the Six of Swords, you have the ability to actually bring yourself to calmer waters, bring your balanced thought pattern, and change your condition here. King of Sword. King of Sword for Taurus. Bottom of the deck, we did have the Eight of Cups also, like with the Emperor. It's taking that inner decision of going on that quest, going for what would feed you even more. So what you understand, King of Sword, okay, is what your soul is telling you, the Papess, High Priestess, like I was telling you about the flow of life and what your soul, the direction your soul wants to go and take. And with this we have the King of Wands. So that tells me that this involves a risk, okay, because the King of Wands, he takes risks. Like if this would be like a business venture or whatever, it's almost like you have this inspiration, but then it needs for you to risk. And I say risk even if it's not really a risk, because the Four of Pentacles is an illusion of security. It is a certain solidity. But if life doesn't continue to evolve and grow, it is going to start to decay. You're going to start to feel empty inside, because this is a soul's calling to do something. You cannot stop a tree from growing just because it attained a certain shape, like I was saying, because then it's going to start to die by the middle. So here, this is what you understand. You need to follow that enthusiasm. Six of Wands. Ooh. Okay. Six of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. Six of Wands with the Six of Pentacles. So let's say your Ten of Pentacles, if we're talking, because this could be for your social life, when it comes to relationships and things like that. It can be into your work per se, your salary, your, you know, how far you can go in the structure that you are in, or just your capacity to manifest the best life you can have. Here, twice the Six of Pentacles, it's really having trust into what you've went through and what you have learned in life. To trust that it will be recognized. Balanced ego of who you are, and that your will is balanced. Six of Pentacles, that you will start receiving more than where you are now. So for some of you, it's a recognition, a promotion, a rise in salary. Others of you, it's going and starting your own thing. Because here with the, and it will all be in accordance with where your soul wants to bring you, and that you start the month knowing it. So it's like that natural process of, okay, should I take the risk and grow there? If a promotion is offered to me, well, I'm comfortable where I am, I know the stuff, I know I can do it. Now they're offering me a promotion because they recognize my value. Can I do that new thing? Would it really make me more happy? I don't see it. Well, there it is saying yes. Acknowledge that there's more out there, that you have the capacity to master more, and go for it. So that's the, yeah, arise, judgment. Okay, Temperance. Temperance is the fact that all the experiences that you had in your life were all to kind of grow things. When we mature emotionally, we get more and more conscious emotionally. We live, even if it's the same events, on different levels, making them richer and richer every time we grow consciously. So how we love, how we see friendship, how we experiment a beautiful day, a gesture that somebody makes, the more conscious emotionally we are, the richer that is going to be. And that is the growth, the emotional growth. So here with Temperance, we have Death and the Nine of Pentacles. All of this will bring you at a new level of understanding, transforming the way that you see your value, your worth, your independence. This is going to transform that. Page of Sword. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. The World. And the Five of Cups. So if there was something that disappointed you in your life, in your emotional experience until now, that brought you grief, you know, I am sad about this. This thing brings me sadness, disappointment in that. Of course, then it wouldn't be fulfilling you, really. I get a disappointment. I look at that and I see the waters that I cannot drink, not the waters that could be possible. Then this is the world, the end of it. We have the Five of Pentacles. It's kind of you see it, you acknowledge it, but at the same time that is making you understand where your soul wants to take you. So it's not just that it's not feeding you anymore, but it also brings you sorrow. Whatever is the situation that you're holding on to, that is kind of a false security. That cycle is finished, the world. And here the proof is that you have 10, 10. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. So here the Fool. Oh my God, and there another 10. 10 of Swords. So you're finishing 3 cycles. Now, maybe I should explain. We often say that finishing cycles. There are cycles that could have lasted a month, and cycles that could have lasted 9 years, 7 years, 20 years. You can imagine that since we are multidimensional people, multifaceted, we go through cycles, even if it's the cycle of sword, right? And yet just in the swords we can have so many levels. And so our life is a bunch of mini cycles and bigger ones, and this creates kind of a slow movement forward. Some cycles we repeat and repeat until we understand, then we move to a new cycle. So you can imagine this machine of, I don't know how many cycles on so many different levels that just makes us grow slowly. Here 3 cycles, and we're heading the cycle of swords, because you gain that clarity here. Ace of sword, Ace of sword. It's normal that a 10 of sword here. As soon as we get a kind of a clarity, a understanding, here in this case, I understand how I maybe missed opportunities in my life that were offered to me because of XY reasons, and I paid a certain price for that. All the times that, you know, I wasn't able to taste the pleasure of it because I didn't see how it could bring me happiness. That time I did not learn to dance tango, whatever. In this case, It is going to be different for you, but it has to do with growing your status, your empire, the way you do things, you bring things forward, and the way you think. Those 3 cycles are finishing. And it's asking you to kind of not to be afraid to end these cycles, and to believe that the next one will be better, will bring you what you haven't experienced yet, and that is for the best. Okay? Show me the Lovers, Queen of Wands, and 7 of Pentacles, because we do have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, the World. So it wanted to come out here. It's coming out here. So that is really the end of a cycle. And it will be ultimately a choice to move on from stagnation that may be comfortable to following an idea that you have, that your soul is calling you, and that will actually transform your independence, your solidity, your value. And it is something that you truly desire. So, yeah. Geez, I wonder what it is. I open up to the Queen of Wands. It's really something that maybe you've created, that you wanted, that you desire, that brings you fire, Taurus. Something that excites you. And that brings people towards you also in that process. And it is something that, anyway, you already know about, and that you know would bring you that kind of joy and emotional fulfillment that you lack in the status quo situation that you have now. All right? Okay. So, my dear Taurus, how am I going to name this? Yeah, it's going for your idea here. Trust your idea. That's gonna be it. Yeah, trust it. You know, what makes us hold on to a situation is the fear. So trust yourself. Trust yourself, you can make it. Yeah, that's gonna be the title of it. So, okay, on this, I'm gonna send you all my love and light. And thank you so much for sharing, commenting. I read all the comments and the thumbs up and all of that to help grow the channel. It's so appreciated. And thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. Every new moon and full moon, I do a special ceremony to give you back. If you want a private reading, the description is below to write to me and I'll give you the process. I want to send my support and heart and love to all of us that are dealing with this crazy pandemic around the world. May light prevail. Keep your light and your balance in this unsettling time. And we're going to get through this as soon as possible, I hope. And better out of it. I hope. So on this, my beautiful Taurus, namaste. Have a beautiful month of June, and I'll see you next month. All right?